Alright, everybody, we're hopping into another video here of LR, Gohan, and Goten, in, like, their world tour. I explained this in the Broly video, so if you haven't seen that, go watch that for the full explanation, but essentially, we're starting out low here, and we're getting harder as the events, we're kind of progress. So we're starting out, against the fights that were actually out whenever they came out, and then we're going to be progressively moving forward and moving towards the future red zone. I wanted to evaluate these guys first in the events that were out at the time that they came out, and not the future red zone, although the future red zone is where we're going to be making our, ultimate decision about these guys. We actually got really good opening rotations right here. Let's go ahead and get a stack with, Carnival Goku. We'll be able to get him built up a little bit. Now, this fight could be a little bit tricky for Gohan and Goten here. They are a tech unit, and this first phase is, int. So, obviously, that's not very good. And then they take a long time to build up. So, going against the core immediately, or let me rephrase, going against the core on, like, turn 4 could be bad for them. Luckily, we got them in turn 1, which means we're not going to go against the core for them until turn 5. Which means we get like one extra turn to build up, which will be nice. We're going to need all the build up that we can to go into the core here. So let's hope that they just don't get super attacked in the middle, and we should be fine. If we want anybody to get super attacked here, it's probably the Buu duo at the end. We don't really want Goku to dodge. We actually want Goku to take the hits here. I mean, he'll be fine throughout this entire fight because he's going to be guarding probably for the entire fight. But yeah, I would prefer if he actually eats these hits here so that we can get his defense built up a little bit faster. That way, he's just a very solid tank for us in slot 1. That way, theoretically, if we get super attacked in slot 1, then, he can eat it well, and then we still have a good chunk of HP, just in case Gohan and Goten take a bunch of damage. Now, these guys need to do 10 attacks to fully build up. Every super attack they do gives them 30% defense, so that is nice. What is this? Is this 4 attacks right here? This is 4 attacks already, so yeah, that's 4 out of 10 that they need to do to fully build up. If they can give us another turn of 4 on turn 3, that will be really good for us. Also very lucky that we haven't been supered yet by the Metal Cooler Army. We really would prefer if they just, don't super us. If he just wants to cut us a break here and not super, that would be cool. These guys will be able to go into their standby on turn 4, which will be nice. Running double Buu duo in here can be a little bit risky, just depending on, if you can get caught with one of them. But it looks like we got good opening rotations here. Getting one of them in slot 3, which is mine, is actually really good, because it means that on turn 3, or I'm sorry, in slot 7 is where we got mine, which means they're going to appear on turn 3. But getting them in turn 3 like that is actually really good for us, because we can float them off, and we're not going to see them until turn 6, and the one that we had in turn 1 will get back on turn 4, and they'll be able to go into their standby, so it'll be very advantageous for us. Now, I brought this Goku. I don't know how he's going to do in here, but I brought him, just in case. Or, well, not just in case, just because he's a support unit for Power of Wishes, so he is going to support Gohan and Goten, and then he does also activate the Goku part of their passive. Gohan and Goten need a Goku on rotation, and then that gives them, what does it give them? Launches an additional attack. There's a high chance of becoming a super attack when there's an ally whose name includes Goku attacking in the same turn. So yeah, it gives them that extra additional attack that they get. Can we give them, we can't give Bulma 7 orbs. Let's just give her 5. She doesn't really need 6. She'll be fine. We can give them these. And then Goku has type advantage here, so I'm not too worried about him. Just give me the most amount of orbs. We'll go 7 right there. Okay, cool. If Bulma was going to get super attacked, hopefully she could dodge. But, I mean, so far this guy's just not wanting to super us. I mean, that's totally fine by me. If the army doesn't want to super us at all, that's cool. He does apply a debuff, which would be annoying going against the core. Yeah, so here we go. Hopefully Bulma can dodge. Yeah, there we go. That's why I give Bulma full dodge. That would have done, I mean, it would have done maybe 100-something K to us, maybe. But it also would have debuffed us, which would have hurt us going against the core. So dodging that super attack dodges the potential debuff, and that's really good. Okay, these guys getting multiple super attacks here is great. They need to do 5 super attacks to fully build up their damage reduction. So, we're up to 2. We have a guaranteed 3rd one coming in. And then we could do 1 more. If they give me 1 more, 40% build-up going against the core, I could even rock them in slot 1 if I needed to. Turn 4 is going to be a very safe rotation for us. We're going to have the Buu duo, I think, in their standby mode. We're going to have the GT duo almost fully built up, and then we'll have Bulma as well, so that'll be a really good rotation for us. All right, hopefully this guy doesn't get supered. He does. We'll take a little bit of damage here, but it's nothing I think that we shouldn't be concerned. Yeah, 156, that's not too bad. He is debuffed, though, which is not great. Now, the nice thing about the core here is that we can't kill him, so we can just get a bunch of free attacks in here. Also looks like we can heal up quite a bit. They're already up to 400k defense here. Keep in mind that they are getting All in the Family with, you know, Goku right here, which is a 20% defense link. If they didn't have that, they would be at a much lower defensive level. So you want to try to get All in the Family active on these guys when you can. I think this Goku is probably the best All in the Family unit in the game at the moment. Let's take a look and see. I don't want to just, you know, baselessly make that claim. But yeah, it's either him or him. It's one of these two is the best All in the Family unit in the game for sure. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. I think both of them have qualities that are, you know, good and bad. You know, the Carnival Goku can kind of get touched up before he takes his hits that give him his full defense. And then the Tech Carnival Goku, if you're, like, the best way to... Or not Tech Carnival Goku, but the Tech 23rd World Tournament Goku. The best way to utilize that guy is to get him on turn 1 and have the GT Duo on turn 2. But unfortunately, you can't pick your rotations, and if you don't get like that to happen perfectly, or maybe you could get the GT Duo on turn 3, but regardless, you essentially have to revive before Goku is able to do anything in like his third turn. Because Goku on his third turn stops guaranteed guarding. He only gets guaranteed guard for turn 1. By the way, they're doing a ton of damage, speaking of the actual showcase unit here. But that, you know, Goku, he, you know, he only has a 50% chance to guard on his third turn or like his second appearance, right? So, you know, that's really risky. If he's not guarding, he can take a lot of damage. So if you're able to revive pretty early on with like the GT Duo, then, you know, that's obviously the best way to use him. So it's a little bit risky and it's a little bit aggressive in your strategy, but I mean, it can work. It's just, it's very RNG reliant. Whereas Goku, the AGL Carnival Goku, is just very consistent, is what I would say. It's like you know exactly what you're getting out of him, and he still brings a lot of valuable asset to the team, and that, you know, he can, he has his heal, he has the Ki Blast nullification, a lot of really good stuff, so. In this case, he's going to be holding down slot 1 for us and providing All in the Family to Gohan and Goten, who are just shooting out, like, all of the damage on the team. Alright, hopefully we can stand by here. Yes, very good. These guys getting sealed kind of sucks, but it's not, like, the worst thing in the world. Alright, give us some good orb changing. Very nice, very nice. Let's see, we have the other Buu Duo coming onto this rotation. What do I want to do? We want to leave Bulma here for sure. We could throw Bulma in slot 1. We could grab all of these orbs with her. That's very nice. We can grab these with them. That'll heal us. And then we could grab these STR orbs, but there's not really a point. They should be able to survive like normals, and honestly, probably a super attack, even though they're not getting a super on this turn. Just because, like, I mean, they have, what, 30% damage reduction built up? So, I mean, they should be fine. Type advantage, 30% damage reduction. I have faith in them, that they can at least take normals. Hopefully, if there's a super attack, it's on either Bulma or the Spirit Bomb Goku. Or, like, the, you know, Vegeta, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, so on Bulma here, that's fine. Bulma got 9 orbs. She got her double super off, so we're totally cool here. Yeah, 181k is nothing. And then everybody else on this rotation will be very safe. This unit got a ton of orbs, so they're at double digits. And we're just charging the Spirit Bomb here. Very nice. The only thing that this really does is prolong the fight, because, like, GT, Goku, and Vegeta would have done, like, I don't know, half this guy's health. I mean, they still did a ton of damage here just doing normals, so. Again, another pretty good rotation for us. Oh, don't seal the showcase unit, dude. Alright, we have to use an item here because, you know, funny guy, Cooler, sealed the showcase unit. Looking pretty decent here, 581k defense. Remember that they are getting support from this guy, so that is not too bad. Let's go ahead, we'll save his active skill, we won't pop it yet. Let's grab this right here for him. What do I want to do here? I guess we're going to do this. If we die on this rotation, I mean, we'll see what happens. This guy, this is a lot of attacks in slot 3 to put this guy against. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of pressure for this guy. I don't expect him to tank this very well, but we'll see, you know, I mean, we'll see. You know, Great Ape Turles could tank those, so maybe this guy can tank him as well. I don't know. Is that a good standard? Like, Great Ape Turles is another sub-EZA from this celebration, and I would have faith in here maybe to tank these normals, maybe? I don't know. They're at a 20 million attack stat, though, and they're not even fully built up, so That's definitely very good. Give me some crits, fellas. These guys have like 25 crit in their hidden potential system, I believe. I think they have 25 crit, 12 additional, and they are not giving me any crits. They're giving me all the damage in the world, but no crits. Okay, there's a crit, finally. Imagine what damage you guys could have done if you actually pulled your weight here. Okay, this will be good to see. They gave us a triple super attack. They're fully built up. Let's see how they tank this. I think this is a one-shot. Ooh, close. But yeah, that Goku at the end is going to get one-shot. Like, he's not tanking this. Sorry, guys, to let you down. But, I mean, honestly, we've seen what we needed to see. I'm not sure we even need to hop back in for another run here. I mean, we could, but we saw Gohan and Goten fully built up. They did a ton of damage. They tanked a super attack. They took double digits from normals. Like, do we really need to hop back in for more? As far as a showcase, I'd say that was pretty effective. We saw exactly what we needed to see, so... you guys let me know what you think, though. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. We saw him eat a super attack. Not well. I mean, they got us, again, a triple super. I believe they were fully built up, so they at least survived the super attack, I guess. Personally, I don't think that's good enough from a Dokkan Fest LR EZA. I would like them to, you know, tank that better. I think if they were building up maybe 10% damage reduction as well from doing maybe super attacks, like make it a little bit more restrictive, but have them build up like a 50% damage reduction, like the Boo or like the GT duo, I think that could be pretty good. So, because then they'd be just like tanking everything in the game, and that'd be super great. You know, like it'd be pretty good. So. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I think they're a little undertuned, but I mean, they do so much damage. But I mean, guys, at the end of the day, damage does not matter as much as like people think it does. Very rarely am I in a situation where I'm wishing I was like doing more damage. It's not a very common thing. Usually I feel like, okay, if I can just build a team that can outlive the boss, like, you know, he can't damage us through supers, you know, I'll go to turn 8, 10, whatever it takes to beat the guy. If it means that, you know, I can, you know, like survive. But also, most of the really good defensive characters in the game, you know, you think about, you know, Piccolo Jr., 23rd World Tournament Goku, God Goku, you know, the GT Goku and Vegeta, Bulma, Orange Piccolo, Future Gohan. You think about, like, all these, like, really good characters in the game, right, that are really good defensively. They're also really good offensively. You think about Future Gohan, right? That dude is super great defensively. Like, he is a slot 2 wall for pretty much his entire lifespan. Like he will be. And he does what? You know, you get to turn 5 or whatever. Like, in that exact same scenario, if that was Gohan instead of the Gohan and Goten, he does, you know, 4 super attacks there, all guaranteed crits. And, like, I don't want to say his super attacks are guaranteed. One of them is. You know, he gets the guaranteed additional at 20 key, and then he gets the additional as a high chance of being a super attack at 18 key, and then he also just has his, you know, normal super attack that he does, and then then he could also get his hidden potential as well. So it's very common that you see this guy do 4 attacks, 2 of which are supers, and then they're all guaranteed crits, and then he's doing extra damage because of his domain. It causes you to do extra damage to extreme class enemies. So it's like, okay, he's a defensive wall in slot 2, so he takes double digits from that Metal Cooler super attack. And then he also does like 4 guaranteed crit attacks. So you look at a unit like Gohan and Goten, it's like, ooh, flashy. They did a 20 into a 13 into an 11. You know, they only crit on one of them. And then they took 690k from the super attack. It's like, you know, that's, It's like they did quite a bit of damage there. You know, if they had crit on all 3 of those attacks and, you know, maybe given this the hidden potential super attack as well and a crit on it, you know, maybe we just kill Cooler there, but we didn't do that. So I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point. I'm just trying to say that Gohan and Goten could have been a little bit better. They can do some impressive damage, but their defense isn't quite on par for what I would like it to be. And as we move through these showcases, that's going to become a more prevalent occurrence. You know, as we, you know, right now we're kind of in these baby fights. I don't want to call the Metal Cooler Core a baby fight, but comparatively to, like, you know, the new future Red Zone fights, I mean, what are you going to call this? Like, this is, you know, this fight's a year old now. It's over a year old, and it's a year old. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.